Hey y'all, hey, what's up? It's your girl T, and that's right. We are back with another day of August Reset. It is day 10, and today we are talking about releasing shame. We are talking about releasing shame. So, yesterday we talked about releasing guilt. Today we're talking about releasing shame. So, the question of the day is this: what part of my story have I allowed to define me? What part of my story have I allowed to define me? Shame whispers, "You are a mistake." Healing reminds us that while our experiences shape us, they do not define our worth. Today's reset is about recognizing the difference between what you've done and what has happened to you and who you are. What you've done, what has happened to you, and who you are. Shame does not have to define you. Unlike guilt, which says, "I did something wrong," shame says, "There is something wrong with me." Shame often leads to hiding, isolation, and believing we're unworthy of love, connection, and new opportunities. Healing begins when we separate our identity from our experience. I am not what happened to me. I'm not even what I've done. I am who God has called and created me to be. Shame thrives in secrecy. Many people spend years hiding parts of themselves. This makes me think of a theory that we use in counseling called Johari's window. And in Johari's window, there are a number of different boxes, such as a window. So think of a window with four different panels, right? And then there is the open part. These are the things about me that people know. Then there is a hidden part. These are the things about me that I know that I'm not telling anybody. These are my secrets, right? And then there is a unknown part. We're all still learning about ourselves. And then there is a part that is blind. People may see, but I don't know. So shame lives in that hidden part, that part that is the secret. I'm not talking about us going and telling everybody our business. No, that's not what I'm saying. But there is a part of us that will hide, that shame wants to hide. And I think that when we begin to release it and when we begin to open it, we understand who we are. Many people spend years hiding parts of themselves because they fear judgment or rejection. How many of you know that's a real thing? People do judge and they do reject. While not every part of your story needs to be shared with everyone, bringing your struggle into a safe, supportive space can reduce shame's power. Remember, vulnerability should be practiced with people who have earned your trust. I don't tell everybody everything, but I do tell things to people that have earned my trust and that I deem trustworthy. So today's reset challenge is this: write down one statement you believed about yourself because of your past. For example, "I'm damaged," "I'm not enough," "I'll never change," so on and so forth. Now I want you to rewrite it with truth and compassion. For example, "I've experienced pain, but I'm healing. I'm growing every day. My past informs me, but it does not define me. My past informs me, but it does not define me." Our affirmation for today is: "I am more than my mistakes, my wounds, or my past. I am more than my mistakes, my wounds, or my past. I choose to see myself through the lens of grace, truth, and hope." Here's that word choose again. We have the choice on how we see ourselves. I might not always be able to help how someone else sees me because they're going to have their own assumption, right? But I can choose to see myself through a lens of grace, truth, and hope. Romans 8 and 1 says, "Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." Can I tell you something? Shame wants you to believe that if people really knew you, they wouldn't love you. But healing begins when we realize our worth, when you realize your worth. And when you realize that it has never been based on your worst day. Your worth is not based on your worst day. I'm going to say it again. Your worth is not based on your worst day. Your story may explain your journey, but it doesn't have to decide your future. It might tell a story of how you got to where you are, but it doesn't have to define where you're going. So today, I challenge you to release shame. Allow God to show you who you are and who He created you to be. The beautiful woman that He created you to be, the handsome man He created you to be, the smart person, the intelligent person, right? We're not trying to compete with anybody else. We're just trying to be the best version of us. So I hope that you guys have an awesome and amazing day. I hope that you today can release shame, and I can't wait to hear some of your stories. Have a great day. TG out.